Hey there, folks. This is Foggy. Welcome to day 120 of my year of solo board gaming. We are in the middle of a sort of random week. There's not going to be a theme this week. There's a bunch of games that I want to get off my have not played yet shelf, and so this is not going to be really a themed week. We might do 2 weeks like this because there's a lot of games that don't really fit into an entire week's worth of categorization. The first of which is Orchid. This is a recent pickup of mine. I picked this up because I knew it would be it's a popular solitaire game. It's relatively straightforward. I know that there's a print and play version of this, but this is the actual deluxe version or produced version, I guess, not really deluxe version. And it looks really nice. Like it's a beautiful game. I love the components. I love the dice. I love the design of the box. I think this is a really nice box. It's sturdy, you know. And then the cards themselves are nice and clean. So for those of you who've never played before, Orchid there's 18 cards in the deck, so we're going to shuffle this up and we're going to split in two. It's a relatively short game, so we might actually play 2 full games here. Because it actually encourages you to do one half of the deck as one game. So 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. And then the other half will be the second deck. And the goal of the game is to basically overlay cards so that you raise fruit. And we'll go ahead and start that up here in just a moment. And I've managed to get remarkable, I think, is the there's a little scoring chart in the back here. So I think my first game I got forgettable, forget up apple, see, it's a joke, satisfactory, remark apple, and then so on. And we'll see how it goes. You start off with 2 cards, and then as you play each card, you will replace them. I've been thinking about different strategies for the game, and I feel like one of the things that you sort of have to do is try to overlap some 1x1s first, because it's very tempting to say, okay, so this overlaps by 2, I'll start there. But the problem is you're trying to get some 10s, so you get a really good score, and that means you have to interlock them 4 times, and that is really difficult to do if you're doing this right at the beginning, you know. But the idea is that you are overlaying by 1. So as an example, I'm going to go ahead and start with this, and we'll see how it goes. And then every time, on a place that you overlap, if there's no dice there, you take one of the dice of the right color, and you place it on 1. And then I'm just going to do this. I'm not going to actually do this as my play, but if I were to do that again and overlay it again, I would up it to 3, and then 6, and then 10. There is a leaf side of this that is not used. It's just for decoration, which is kind of nice to know. Twice, if you end up overlaying for whatever reason, like let's say I really decided I wanted to play this like that, which would be really, really stupid. Because these 2 don't match, I would place a rotten fruit on top of it. You lose 3 points for each one of those that you play. And you only have 2 of them in the game, so you can't go crazy with that. Let's draw another card and see what we've got going here. So let's see. Can I do anything here? Because, I mean, the difficult part is to get some 10s. It is just really difficult to get those going. I think if I play this is actually a good one. So this will bump this up to 3. And then I'll get some additional ones. You can only use 5 dice, by the way. There's only 5 dice available for each color. So if you do all 5 pairs and you get another pair, you're tough noogies, as they say. All right, so we've got another one. Oh, that would be so nice, except that's not going to quite work. Let's see, we could go that way. Yeah, I think I've already backed myself into a bit of a corner here because this is going to be really difficult to do, I think. Let's see, where else can I go? This can't really go here. I suppose what I could do is I could start thinking about other sides and sort of expand out a little bit. So like that. So I've got some options for scoring as well. This is like my 4th play of the game, so I'm still learning some strategy here. I've now got 2 cards. Nothing's going to quite work there. This is beautiful. This is going to go right here. I'm going to just move these out. I think I need to get a surface for my table so I can play cards on it. All right, so this is now, each of these are going to become 3. And then this is actually going to become a 6. That is awesome sauce. And if I can get one more there, I'll be pretty happy. I'm probably not going to be able to get more than that, but I'll be happy with that nonetheless. So this one's not going to go there. This is not going to go there. Can I do anything with that corner up there? Doesn't look quite right for either of these. This almost works here, and I'm almost tempted to do it and just to go ahead and take the rotten fruit, because that'll bump that up to 6. That'll bump that up to 10. Yeah, let's go ahead and do it. I don't want to spend too long on the game either, because that defeats the purpose. So that's going to bump me up to a 6. That bumps me up to a 10. So this lovely little overflowing fruit basket. Of the other cards, I think, yeah. This one does not match, so that'll get a rotten fruit. The other two do match, though, so that way we'll get 1s on both. All right, we got just 2 more cards after that. So we're almost done. Let's see, where else can I go that would be helpful? What else can I do that would be helpful? That, unfortunately, is not going to work there. Is there a place where I can do this? And unfortunately, neither of those really work. Is there a place that I can do this? And no. There's a lot of just like spinning the cards around, just trying to find some place that'll actually work. But this is the corner. This is where I really want to build up, and unfortunately, none of it is looking right. And I sort of stupidly gave myself like 3 reds in a row there, and essentially that means that I can't do any sort of cards there that will make sense. I can't go there. Yeah, I think I've sort of messed myself up here, so to speak. Like this I could do here. And is there anything I can do with that? Can't then place that. That's not going to work there. I guess I could go here and then hope for a good piece on the end, but I don't think I'm going to get it. But yeah, I guess I'll go here. That's a garbage play. That's not good. Like I said, this 4th game, still not very good at it. Still learning. Last piece. All right, so this is going to be another one with 2 blues that are next to each other, one with 2 reds that are next to each other. This almost fits over here, except it would have this as a clash. The problem is I have nothing else built up over here, so none of these would kick in. I can't really get... What I would like to be able to do is get down to here, but unfortunately none of the pieces I have are going to work there. Let's see. And then this is not going to work like this. Yeah, I kind of messed up. Gotta admit, kind of messed up. Like, I really don't know where I'm going to play right now. I mean, I could play this over here, just admit defeat. Play that like that, but that would ruin that 3. Play like that. I think I just need to accept that I have not done a good job here. And go ahead and finish this game. If I did that. Just admit defeat, young man. Just admit you don't know what you're doing. I don't know why I'm suddenly talking like like Scotty from Star Trek. I really like. I feel like I should just go ahead and commit to something, but I feel like I'm missing something. I feel like I'm missing an important thing that would be really nice to get. So I could do this smack dab in the center. So I would lose the 3. This would become 6. This would become 10. This would become 3. This is already a rotten fruit. So right now, this is sort of contributing, what? This is contributing 23 points, 10, 16, 19, 20, 22, 23, sorry, 23 points. And if I put this in place, I'll get 26, 29 points. 29 points minus another 3, that brings me down to 26. So this technically is a move that I could do. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. All right, so I lose the 3 there. This remains a 10. This gets bumped up to a 10. This gets bumped up to a 6. This becomes a 3. And then I'm just going to go ahead and play this here. I don't think there's any place that I can put that will be of any benefit. So it'll give me 2 more 1s just to wrap up the game. Because I'm a little over 10 minutes and it's supposed to be a 10-minute game. My final score, I will just simply go ahead and take the fruit and one of my 6s. That'll push that aside. I've got 20, 6, 30. So 30 points. According to the lovely little school rule sheet at the back, I got satisfactory, which is about as low as I can get before getting into the, we're insulting you with our apple puns. All right, so we'll put these aside, and now we'll do the other deck and see if we did do any better. All right, give a quick shuffle. Do 1 card in the center, deal out 2 more cards, and see if we can't do something a little bit better. So interestingly, this just feels. This is a mirror symmetry card, which would be great if I could play it there, but unfortunately that's not really going to work. I do also want to make sure that I'm playing cards that I can then build on. So I don't necessarily want to build. Like I could put this here. Does that help me at all? If I do that here. Here maybe. All right. I think I'm going to go ahead and play this here and then see if I can't. Yeah, I think that's a good idea. So that's going to give me 1 pair. The leaf always throws me. The leaf feels to me like it should be played somehow. This is looking good for right here, actually. Plop that down there. That's going to give me a bunch of 1s. Try to go through a little bit quicker this time. Get another card. All right, now what I was looking at before is I felt like I could play this here, but unfortunately no, that works. So this will go here. This becomes a 3, and I've got some more 1s out. Next card. All right, so where can I go with any of this? That unfortunately doesn't quite mesh with that. And this doesn't quite mesh with that, although that is almost entirely that card. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and play up here so we can get these 3s going. Hopefully I can get something working up there. All right. That unfortunately doesn't quite mesh. This I could go further out. I'm not entirely a fan of that. I could go down here and just get this big honkin' space going. That almost works there, which would be kind of nice. This kind of works up here, but doesn't really feel to me like a good play. This is going to be difficult because there's 3 pairs there now, and that's not going to... Like, there's 3 pairs there, and then this is 3 pairs, so I've kind of put myself into a little corner there. So far, I'm really not doing much of anything to get any of these other apples, like bread. This I could do like that, but that's going to wipe that out. Yeah, I guess I'll do that. Stop dilly-dallying. We're gonna see if we're actually... Our goal is actually not to raise fruit. It is to have as many 1-point trees as humanly possible. We're gonna get all 15 trees out, and we're gonna score 1 point on each. That is our goal. This would be nice if this weren't there. I kind of need like these... This is just getting frustrating with the... I need some cards that work well with there. That's not going to work there. This is not going to work there, unfortunately, because of that not matching. That doesn't work there. This almost works with a lot of them. It'll give me a couple 3s finally, but it'll also cause me to get a worm. I'd like to do this without any worms. I think that should be my goal this time around. No worms. Just say no to worms. You know what? Let's just, like I said, screw it. We're going to go for as many trees as possible. Play suboptimally. So you can see the mistakes that I make. And we're already out of cards, so this game will be over in just a little bit. This would be perfect right there, except for that one card. Is where I've got the 3. That would look beautiful right there. I feel like I got almost nothing for like pairs of blues together, and that kind of hurt me. This would go great there, except that's not the right color. This would go great here, except that would wipe out these 2. Would give me 2 6s, 2 3s. What about this one? That doesn't work anywhere. Yeah, really just not a good job on my part on anything here. It's all just very, very bad. There's a spatial component to this that I think I'm struggling with a little bit. You want script. Like I said, we're going to make this as big as possible. We're going to show what happens when we use up all the dice. We've now put out all 15 trees. So, yay. So the question is, what do we want to do now? And I say we just completely blow it up and we go straight for the center here. We are gonna get a worm. So these are gonna become 3s. These are gonna become 3s. This will become a 6 and a 3. Except when we put this in place, we're gonna get 2 worms instead of these bottom 2. So those are now worms. Good job. Rotten to the core. All right, so how do? We take away the 2 worms and a 6 because those match up. That's going to be 10 there. That's going to be 10 here. 23. Pitiful score. Pitiful. Pitiful score. Paltry. I rated paltry on this. I did. They don't even bother like ranking it below that. Like they're just like, you're below 25. You obviously don't know what you're doing. And I really did not know what I was doing there. So feel free to, let me know how you would have done that particular set of cards differently. But that's Orchid, and you can see that we played 2 complete games, and it's only 20 minutes into the video. So I'm going to go ahead and wrap it up there because I could use a few short videos, and I think you could use a few short videos too. We're going to continue on with sort of, like I said, it's going to be sort of a random week. But next up, we've got another roll and write that I think you'll find is nautical. And we'll see you tomorrow. Bye, all.